Okay. Hello, everyone. You will notice, well, maybe not, but if you notice, I have a nasty ass cold. I definitely do not feel well. Hello, Devin. Hello, Snow. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I haven't seen your whisper, Snow. I just saw that you sent some back. Yay, thank you for responding. I'll read them as soon as I possibly can. Our youngest son got a cold at school, and generally I don't catch those kind of things ever. But I did this time, and I feel miserable AF. Like Dayquil and fever and all those good things. Thankfully, you can't catch anything from me, so we're good. But my voice is definitely affected. So anyway, sorry about that. Here is my rough. So I took the sketch that we did on the last stream on Tuesday, and I pulled it into Procreate like I told you guys I was going to do. I finalized the horizon line, where I was going to place the buildings. I drew a cityscape 7 times. And I was just going too detailed in all of them. And sometimes the buildings were too big. It's just I needed to find the right amount of buildings to not detract from her, but then still show a city and all of that stuff. So, it took me 7 tries to get a city that I was happy with. Now, as you guys can see, there's no detail or visual interest to the buildings right now. They are boring AF. But just to start with, I just made them into blocks. And now I will go in and start putting some interest into the piece. Oh, thank you, Snow. That's really encouraging because, like I've told you guys before, perspective is my nemesis. I avoid drawing buildings always. But I need to stop avoiding, and I bought the, they're right over there. I bought the framed perspective books, and boy, yes, exactly, Tony. Hi, Tony. I've been studying from the framed perspective books, and they have changed my life. I love them so, so, so much. And I'm learning from them. So what Procreate does, it doesn't draw a city for you or anything like that, but you can put in vanishing points and grids, and it's especially helpful for ones where the vanishing points are really far off your page. So that's why I like to use that one and put in the grid for me. And it's it's a lot of back and forth because I'll mail the file to myself from my computer to Procreate on my iPad. Then I'll put in the grid, and for some reason when you save the file, even though you can save layered files on Procreate, it does not save the grid. So I screen grab it, like I do the take a picture of your screen thing and mail it back to my computer and put it into my proper file. So it's a lot of back and forth, and it's probably ridiculous roundabout way, and maybe there's some proper way to do it, but I don't really have a ton of time to go researching that. To give you guys some perspective of my day today, I was trying to listen to some music and get this transferred to board so that you guys wouldn't have to see a bunch of aggressive light tabling. Well, I turned on some music and I never made it. Well, it took me all day to make it through one song. So that's how much art time I've had today. Because it was kind of picking up report cards for my kids at their different schools, dentist appointments, all those fun things. So I have gotten 1 song's worth of art time, not 0, 1. And I was trying to listen to Weatherman by Dead Sarah. If you guys have ever heard that song, it's super cool. I love it, but I made it through it one time. Hello, the Merc. Sir Alligator Ruwoo. Thank you. Oh, Sir Alligator Uwoo. Thank you so much for the follow. My day is going great. I have a flu. Not fun. Other than that, I'm happy. Thank you. I hope yours is going well. Oh, thank you so much. I just want to color. All right, so I'm going to explain something to you guys about the process. What I do, like I've told you before, is I print this out on 2 pieces of paper. I have a template where it overlaps slightly, so you can see that right here. And this is what it looks like. So I just cut the excess off of one page and tape them together and just try to make sure it lines up. So this is the sketch with the Procreate background put in. The black venom style webbing that's on her is a layer that I did on the computer. So for now, I'm going to be doing her white outfit without the black stuff on it. So right now, I really only have the very bare minimum of a couple buildings put in. But I'm going to go ahead and keep working on the buildings. So pretty soon you guys will see the light table. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Hi, Craig. Hello, Mitch. Thank you. Hi, Philip. Oh, sorry, Tony, I totally get that, though. You were way on the other side of the world. All right, so I'm putting away the other light. And you guys can hopefully see some of her underneath. So I printed it twice because I'm gonna do the black webbing as a patch, at least initially. Oh, thank you, the Merc. Okay, so here it is. This is what it looks like. And then I'm just working on another version underneath to put in some of the detail. So I have all the perspective lines still in so that I can work with it, use a ruler, my least favorite thing in the world. Okay. Time to carry on with this. So, like I said, right now the buildings are all very, very basic. There's really not much going on in them, but I did find the exact vanishing point so that I can put in windows, siding to the buildings, all of those fun things. So there's going to be a lot of ruler work. Or if the ruler work is a little bit annoying for you guys, I can, or boring more like, I can work on her. So it's really up to you. If you would rather see final line art on a character, I can totally do that. So feel free to speak up. Even if you want me to switch back and forth, just holler at me. Oh, well, thank you, Snow. All right, we'll do the ruler stuff for now. And then if you guys start getting bored, just let me know. And I can switch it up. I was really hoping to get all of this done in advance of the stream today. But like I told you guys, I was not able to. but I really want to challenge myself with more building drawings. So that's why I'm using a grid, but I'm freehanding all the buildings. I have not looked at any city reference, just because I need this kind of practice. Hello, Juan. Okay, thank you, Blue Note. All right. So this goes like this. So for anyone that's new to the stream today, thank you so much for joining in, and I apologize for the sound of my voice. I got myself a nasty flu. You ordered Lola. I love you, Juan. You're awesome. Thank you. Hello, Scott and Lori. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Oops, that one's a little bit crooked. Now, some of these, I don't want them to even look all that technical in how I'm drawing them. I want them to kind of trail off into the distance. Let's put it this way. Some backgrounds that have deeply inspired me to try harder and try to be a better artist and do a better job is none other than Greg Capullo. Like I've told you guys many times, I have the, what's it called? The Unwrapped Court of Owls book. And my God, the detail and the interest that Greg Capullo does is just off the chain, that guy. I don't know how he does it. He is just unbelievable with his backgrounds, and I am just so in awe of how he accomplishes that and what he does, and it's just so good. Oh, thank you, Philip. Hi to Artist Life. Craig, Sandru is coloring this one. Oh, I'm sure it's a nightmare. But my God, does he do a good job. I mean, he's just a whole other level. And, you know, I can look at it and admire, but I honestly wouldn't even dare aspire to be that good because there's, like, you know, he is just... I don't even want to disrespect how good he is by saying I want to get there because I don't even think I could. But, man, art goals. Oh, hi, Wayne. Thank you for the suggestion. I will. Oh, that's cool, River Dragon. I'm glad to hear that. I haven't, Craig. I'll need to check him out. So I want the buildings to kind of trail off at the base. I'm not trying to like draw these all the way through to the ground, and you know, I think that there comes a point in something like this where the background is there to enhance the cover, but not to overpower the character here. So, you know, in some ways I do want to have a lot of cool shit going on, and then in other ways I need to be careful and dial myself back a little bit, or I think it will overpower her. So I'm gonna try my best to like keep an eye on myself and not go too far. Hello, Jack the Avenger. Juan, are you trying to tell me I should do those? Or are you gonna do them? This one's angle didn't look right to me, and it's a good thing I checked, because it's not right. Telling you, when it comes to perspective, you could be off by a hair and it just is so obvious. Whereas I feel like human anatomy is far more forgiving than perspective. I mean, if you're like off by just the smallest amount, it's so obvious. It's really scary. That's what scares me shitless about doing buildings and perspective, and I've always shied away from it for that reason, because it's just, you can be a little bit off with a body, and it's kind of like, well, you know, maybe that's just how they look, but not with a fucking building. Yam Yam, thank you for the follow. Oh, thank you, Jack. Really, the Merc? Oh my god, I hate it. Yeah, Wayne, I definitely took a good look at her hand, and the angle of how her hand was is different than what I was doing, because I'm keeping the arm more upright. But yeah, it was super helpful to just kind of see the way the fingers go and stuff. Thank you. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain outside. It has been pouring all day. Ah, shit. You can hear it. Oh yeah, that would really hurt my hand, Snow. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, I really got a little too into it. That's for sure. Oh, awesome. So there's so many reasons why I need to get better with perspective, and why I'm like making myself draw cities and buildings and stuff, is because that's the part I know I really struggle with, and I haven't really put enough effort into learning it. I figured that like over the course of working in comics and stuff, it would just kind of come to me by osmosis or something, but it sure as shit hasn't. And I know that's my big weak spot. Human bodies, even though I don't get asked to draw men all that frequently, I know if I need to, of course I can. I have no problem drawing people. Animals, you look at an animal, you can draw an animal. It's the buildings that really get me. If I got an assignment to draw Spider-Man flying through New York City, I would take a pause, gulp, and be like, okay, we can do this. But I would be terrified. So what I need to do is just start creating those challenges for myself. So I'm really forcing myself to pick poses and pick ideas that will require that stretching of my artistic limits. This is one of said pieces. Again, I drew the body as some tiny little scribble right here. The scribble was easy. I ended up changing the hand a little bit, but even so, this is all just scribbles, right? That for me is no problem. It's under normal circumstances, I wouldn't do this pose because of the background that it requires. So that's why I know I need to force myself into these kind of arenas. And I'm really grateful to Jamie Tyndall for being like, sure, go for it. And when I submitted the layout last night, he actually called me and was like, that's so good, which is awesome, yay. And Jamie's plan for where she is, he'd like this to be sort of more slick glass, almost reflective a little bit, so you can see portions of her reflection in the glass here. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, exactly, Snow. Silly question, grid system. Yes, I did. I used a grid system, and the Merc, what I did, and I bought this program specifically for the grids that it can do. So it doesn't come with pre-made grids, but it has, you can set up your perspective grid yourself. And that's Procreate. I got it for $8 because I'm a high roller. And so I got it, and what you do is you can take your art and you just open it up in Procreate, and then without getting into a full tutorial, I'll just explain to you how I got it. Is you just choose perspective drawing or perspective grid or something like that, and then it you can set up the points. So you'll set up a horizon line, and then you can place where you want the vanishing points to be. And the thing that's so handy about that is because a lot of times when you're trying to do an interesting angle, the vanishing point is just way off the page, and it's so frustrating when you're like, okay, but the vanishing point is way over there, and I freaking need a broomstick in order to like keep putting my ruler back to the vanishing point. That sucks, and it's so annoying. So that's what makes Procreate so nice and easy. You couldn't find it? That's weird. Kylie also, usually she's here by now, but Kylie told me that Clip Paint, something, that also has a grid system in it, and you can get it as an app or for your computer or something like that. Oh, there she is. Kylie's here. Hello, Mark. Make that a little bit smaller. Stever, hello. Okay, there we go. Clip Studio Paint. Am Swafford. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi. This building was wrong. Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it so frustrating about grids that you have to like put way off the page. Even though it looks so cool once you're done, it's the most irritating thing. So you're still placing in the grid yourself and you're choosing where it is. So no grid comes pre-made for you, I don't believe. There's no packages of like pre-done grids. So that's why I drew the city 7 times, is because I was trying to find vanishing points that looked good and dynamic for the angle that I have her on too. And you know, some of them looked dynamic for the city, but she didn't really look right then, or it took away from her. And so that's why 7 times. All right, let's get some details on this city. I realized that technically I should have these on a slightly different plane. Arg. Annoying pause. So here in the back, even though I've got a pretty full city right over here, all of this stuff back here, I'm not going to make it super detailed. Like this area will have detail, and as it trails out, I'm almost more gonna do like outline silhouettes. Yeah, I hear you, Kylie. It's a whole thing, that's for sure. All right, now I'm bored. So I've kind of taken as much ruler taking as I can take right now. And I'm gonna move on to her for a little while, even though you guys are being so nice about it. I jump around a ton because I find that if I start getting bored in a spot, I'll start doing a shitty job. So then, you know, I start hurting the art as opposed to making it better. Yeah, small doses, that's right. So I'll go back to it in a little while. Once I think I can take a little bit more of it, but I need a break. God. All right, so what I'm doing right now for transfer is I'm just lightly tracing my lines. And then I will go in once it's all transferred and traced onto the big board. Then I will go in and start actually refining the lines, doing line weight, all of that fun stuff. Because my plan, at least right now, what I'm kicking around as far as how I'm going to handle the final line art is I'm going to make the background to drop it back more and not have it too overpowering. I'm going to pencil the background. but I'm going to ink her so that she'll really pop out and the background will drop back a little bit. So we're just going to do a little bit of work on her. Now after a little while of being taped down, my paper starts to buckle just a slight little bit. So that's why I'm holding it down. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you did. Good for you, M. Swafford. The knee needed to come forward a little bit more. So I can make a lot of those anatomy fixes in the final. I usually, it's the matter of stepping back and then coming to it again, which I've been able to do since I have not had a chance to work on it today. This needs to round a little bit more. So these are the two little stripes that are on either side of her outfit. If any of you guys want to see what her outfit looks like, honestly, just go online and type in White Widow comic. Hello, Commander Meerkat. No, thank you so much. And for any of you wondering about the current status of Divinica, it is in the final stages of getting written. And as soon as I wrap up a bunch of these deadlines, I'm going to get back to Divinica, and then I have a huge time slot set aside to do the interior art, and all of it, well, you know, all of my next streams working on will be, see, this is what happens when you have the flu. All right, I'm going to be live streaming Divinica work for probably, a full month. So as soon as I get started on it, and oh my God, it's going to challenge me as far as art goes like crazy. Yeah, I've got a massive Dayquil brain. Sorry, everyone. I'm trying. It was take Dayquil and manage to do the live stream or literally go to bed. Yeah, I have the flu. I like hardly ever catch colds or, things like that. It is like maybe once a year, maybe. But Lyndon came back with a cold from school one day, and pretty much within a few days now, Dan and I have it. And it is so not fun. It feels awful. I know. That's how I feel, Kylie. So anyway, I apologize that sometimes my voice is a little screwed up. Oh, love you, Wayne. Thank you so much for stopping in. I literally never get colds. They're kind of my once a year situation. No, right now it's not warm. It's rainy and really cold. Oh, well, I have to soldier on, Philip, because my deadline is this weekend, and starting Monday I need to get going on a Hell Witch cover. So it was confirmed today that I'm working on a Hell Witch cover, and Brian Polito gave me, I think it was 5 points of what he's looking for from the cover, and boy, it's gonna be challenging. So this was like a good warm-up. Hello, Lynn. Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry, Ems Wofford. Yeah, 5/8 overhead shot. Yeah. It's going to be a challenging one. But I love it. It's so good. This is exactly what I need. And I told Brian that these are the things that I need. And so he's helping me out by giving me those challenges. No, Dan's actually really tough. I try to like baby on him and stuff, and he will not be having it. Hello, Don Lee. All right, guys, my goal is to turn off the light table in a few minutes, and we'll just work on what is here. Because I'm concerned that the light boxing is getting a little tedious for everybody. That's awesome. Really, you guys are fine? Thank you so much. You're so very, very patient when it comes to all the random things I need to do on my art streams. So I've got to be honest. I'm going to show you guys again this one. So this is what the actual piece is going to look like, well, with final line art. I way prefer this version because I guess she really pops out right now. Because it's black on a white piece of paper, right? Maybe once it's colored, it's going to be nighttime and her white suit will pop out more, and that'll be cool. But this version is definitely my happy place. And it's a patch. Hello, DC. This is a layer that I did on the computer and just scribbled. It's very fun to scribble. So I've got this ready because I'm going to do it at the end. I don't think I'm going to put it over this version. I'm going to do it as a patch. But I wanted it exactly the same size so I didn't have to refigure out all the webbing and stuff. So this I'll do later, but this one really pops, at least in black and white. It's pretty cool. And for whoever ends up buying the original art, I'll give them the option for me to fill in the white parts with the black on the actual original and not keep it as a patch. Thank you, Philip. Guys, I apologize for the sound of my voice. I should have probably put a note on this being like, I have a cold. Sorry about my voice. I'm not super happy with her face right now, but I'll fix that later. Mr. E. Oh, thank you so much. You're awesome, Primetime. Okay, guys, I need to tell you a little something as far as the weekend and when I normally live stream, which is on Sunday afternoons, as you guys know. But this week, I'm probably going to live stream on Saturday instead. Yeah, you have to plan what you're making for dinner. All right, so I'm going to be live streaming on Saturday afternoon, usual time, 5 to 8 p.m. And the reason why I'm doing it on Saturday instead of Sunday is because at the end of every school year, we have a family tradition. Oh, sorry, Stever. You'll be missed. All right, so we have a family tradition, and that is at the very end of every school year, that weekend, we have the feast, right? And it's the end of school year feast. And we started this when the kids were little. So after they finish school, we throw them a big dinner. But the catch with the dinner is that each one of them gets to choose their own meal. So we'll just, and this is, you know, when they were little and, you know, wanted really weird random things. But we'll take them to the store, and literally their no is not on the, is not a word we'll say. They can choose whatever they want. And we're pretty particular as far as, you know, healthy food and not having super processed stuff and all of that. So for them to just choose whatever they want is pretty fun. And so the first year we did it, it was the most random ass shit. I mean, we had blue Gatorade and Cheetos and Kraft mac and cheese. I mean, it was just so gross. And then like donut holes and but they all choose their own main course, their own dessert, their own drink, their own whatever snack they want. They all get to choose their own thing. And we have 3 of them. So yeah, this year it's happening this Sunday. So I am most likely going to be busy cooking and, oh really? Because I think my eldest son, even though it's so sweet, he could choose literally whatever the fuck he wanted. He wants me to make lasagna roll-ups, which is his favorite meal apparently. So I'm going to be cooking a lot on Sunday. And so the whole point that I'm trying to make is that this weekend I I'll be live streaming Saturday afternoon, not Sunday afternoon. And as they've gotten older, their choices have gotten a little more sophisticated, thank God. But I still think Lyndon's doing cheese pizza. Chocolate covered cheesy burgers. Yeah, well, we wouldn't say no. They can choose whatever they want. Oh, he is for sure, but part of the gift is that they don't have to. Yeah, Lore turns 17 next month, and Lyndon turns 9. Oh, thank you, Mr. E. It's a fun tradition, yeah. We didn't either, if it makes you feel better. Chocolate pizza covered with spicy pepper. You know, I actually do like the spicy chocolate. It's really not bad at all. I prefer the spicy chocolate to the salty one. I don't like the sea salt chocolate so much, but I did like the spicy one. No, Laura isn't. You're allowed to choose birthday supper, yeah. Chicken stuffed peppers. I don't think Vienna has made her choice yet, so she's still thinking about what she's gonna have. Cheeseburger with poutine. Oh, for sure. I won't be scared, Philip. And maybe I'll switch it to another day. Just so it really depends, I guess, what I'm working on. If I'm ready with the Hell Witch cover, which I kind of have to be because I need to be done by that weekend. I didn't really need a ton of info on Mr. E. I was curious to hear other people's perspective on it. And yeah, I mean, Keith, who came on and made a bunch of comments, I mean, they were incredible. So yeah, I learned a ton. I especially didn't know that it was represented in teeth too. That was crazy. All right, now I need to do some more buildings. The character fun has to end for a little bit. Really? Even fingernails? Okay, that I didn't know. Don Lee, I actually do not. So I do get a little bit of a brief on what's going to be happening in the issue. So Jamie Tyndall did give me a brief of what's going to be going on the book that I'm working on. But aside from that, no, I don't have the actual book or anything. Okay, that is wrong. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mark. I believe Jamie has a fair few versions planned for this cover, so I think you should be able to get at least one of the versions. I've got a few different patches I need to do. I'm going to be patching out the this version, and then I'm doing a risque version. Now, it's not going to be fully risque at all. It's just going to be, you know, slightly broken up suit. I want to give this a little bit of a dome look to the top. Just ever so slightly. Some of these are getting so close to the actual horizon line that the tops, you can't even really see the tops anymore. But I did want to show some shorter buildings so that you could see the tops of them to give the illusion, or to help with what I'm trying to show is that she's on the top of another building. It's true. I miss the girls when they're not here. But you guys are awesome too, and you're talking about cool shit. Okay. I'm gonna finish on her hair. See you later, the Merc. Thanks for stopping in for a while. I have to put a little shadow over here for me to be able to see my lines. Oh, and Don Lee, with that, what, most of the comics that I work on I already love, right? But one that I hadn't read before I did a cover for was Rose by Meredith Finch. And I was mad impressed with the story. I got glued to it. So I have all the trades, and it's so awesome. It's finished now. So she's moved on to another story. I think it was just I think it was 2 trades, so like 12 issues for the story. But it's really cool. But that means you'll be able to get the complete thing now. Oh, cool. You got your New York Comic Con booking. That's so awesome, DC. I'll see you there. Oh, I'm so sorry that I couldn't make it to Fan Expo, Snow. But if it works out for you to make it to New York or Edmonton, I would love to see you there. Yeah, Rose is really awesome, Don Lee. Hello, 77 Hope. How are you? It's been a while, hasn't it? I feel like I haven't seen you for a bit. I've got to do this because I can't see. With the lights that are needed for Twitch, it's hard to see my light table. Sherlock for president. That's awesome. Hello, Follow the Kaiser. No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Right, of course. How are you doing? All right, there we go. Now I can start refining the lines a little bit. Oh, sweet. You're going to go to San Diego. Yeah, work never stops for sure. That's so cool that you're going to San Diego. Yay. I will not be there. Are you going to New York Comic Con? Wow, your 11th year. Damn. That's very, very impressive. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I want to hear the story sometime, Kaiser. And Brian, first thing, I am so sorry. I just remembered now to send you that template. I will. And secondly, thank you so much for that sketchbook. I did my Vampirella cover sketches in it. It's perfect. It fits in my purse. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Mr. E. So much love to you. You're amazing, and that means so much. Well, thank you for your patience. I'm going to write it down right now. Okay, I wrote it down. I won't forget. I did, Devin. I did the paperwork. Yay! I was a good girl, I was. You guys really do. Thank you so much. I don't know, Brian. That's very kind of you to say. Okay, I want to measure something and make sure that her face is about the same. So it's 1.1. Yes. To the millimeter. Yay. Oh, sorry, my head was in the way there. That is so very kind of you. I am trying to up my game on buildings in this picture, Brian. That's what I really, really need to work on. No buildings. Yeah, for me, it's just, I don't know why. I've just always found, like, ruler work to be so very intimidating. But then I bought the framed perspective art books, and they are unbelievably good as far as explaining everything to do with perspective. And I've bought other perspective books and never found them to really answer the questions enough or to my satisfaction. It would kind of breeze over it and then talk about drawing trees in perspective. And I'm like, I don't need that. I need buildings. I need like comic art perspective. And these are specifically for comic art. So if you are ever interested in getting any kind of book that's going to help you, buy Framed Perspective 1 and 2. And he's coming out with a Framed Perspective 3. So I'm actually really jealous of you, Brian, that you're going to be in San Diego because that's when the book comes out. So you can actually pick it up there, which is amazing. Yes, so I put in a grid for this one, Meat Shake. And hi! I did a 2-point perspective on this one. I'm going to start out not too difficult. And what I did is I put in the full grid and am just freehanding all the buildings. It's very complicated. Not exactly super duper fun. But I need to do shit like this. And so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, they are so good. Like, I can't recommend them highly enough. They have changed my life as a comic artist because, you know, framing out the art, putting in perspective, you know, it even talks about like tricks and things that make pages look more dynamic, like where to even put a vanishing point to like give the best impact of a panel. I mean, it's really good. Framed perspective. They are a definite must if you are at all interested in drawing and comics. Hello, walking pogo stick. I'm drawing White Widow right now. So I'm working on the transfer lines. What you guys are seeing here, I'll show it to you here. This is my sketch, and then what I did, and this is something that it talked about in Framed Perspective as well. They said, draw your person, get your layout done. So here is my layout that was chosen. It was this one right here. So it says, get your layout, then take your layout and grid that out. So put the grid in. Once you know where you want your character, then you place your grid. So that was really helpful because I would try to like do the grid first, but then I didn't like where the body positioning was in the grid that I set up and too lazy to change the grid. So set up your character first and then place your grid from there. So what I did is I took this, enlarged it like I showed you guys on the last stream. I sketched it out. So I sketched her from this. I sketched this. And then I pulled it into Procreate, which is an iPad program you can get. And the thing that's so good about it is it has a plugin where you can place a grid. So it doesn't have pre-made grids for you, but you can set up where you want the horizon line and place different vanishing points. And the thing that's so handy about doing it on a program is, you know, sometimes, like in this case, the vanishing point is way off to the side and I would need a freaking broomstick to go to the vanishing point, and it would just be a royal pain in the ass. So what you do is you can set up this whole grid in Procreate. So here she is. She's kind of on the rooftop, but I've taken the whole horizon line and put it on a slant, which gives it a more dynamic feel. So I drew out the body without a grid. I just kind of fucking drew it. But I have relatively no issues drawing human anatomy. I have issues when you know, someone gives me a ruler, tears come out of my eyes kind of situation. I freaking hate it. So I did the grid there and I drew 7 cities, like just free-handed fucking cities, because every time I drew it, it helped me, I could do it quickly, turn off a layer, start a new one, and set up a new grid, because some of them just didn't look very dynamic. And once I put a vanishing point right there, all of a sudden it just kind of, it almost looks like it has motion lines, because the direction of the perspective is going right kind of where you want your eyes to be. Not directly where she is, but you know, you're seeing the city in a dynamic kind of way, with a slightly more forced foreshorten. Sorry, everyone. So anyway, that's how I set it up. And then I just used my sketch to do the whole background. So this is what I'm working from now. And of course, it takes time to transfer it, clean up the lines, because I sketch at half size. I sketch at 8.5 by 11, but you have to do 11 by 17 final line art. So I blow it up, redo it, and ink it out. Okay, I'm just catching up on comments here. Yeah, I agree, Aftermath. That would be really handy. Oh, thanks, Agent Nerd, or DC. White Widow, Jamie gave you some encouraging advice 6 years ago. That's great. Okay, so I know that my lines are looking quite, yes, Clip Studio Paint is one Kylie was just telling me about the other day, and it sounds really Interesting. Yeah, Mr. E, I decided against it because once I put the logo on her chest too, it was a little much. And it looked kind of forced in the perspective that I have here. Good night, Mark. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, sorry. I can always send a version with that imposed for Jamie, and he can see if he wants to use it or not. Am I enjoying who's walking pogo stick? I'm not trying to ignore your question. Just ask me again. I don't see it on here. Sorry. Hello, Red Gamer. Oh, can't draw a woman's face because I draw too much standard face models. How do I change this habit? You mean just because you draw realistic and you want to change to draw more comic style, or what do you mean? Thank you, DC. You understand. It's practice. I don't know what else to say as far as that. You know, start drawing, practice from people whose style you like. Like, you can look at, like, take my work for instance. I give you permission to copy my work if you like my style, and just practice like that. As long as you're not saying it's your own or any of those things, you know, selling it, all of those things, but just using it as practice, that's okay. Just like draw over and over and over, because it's a matter of training your hand, you know, to break things up in a way that you personally find appealing. So I don't know exactly what style you find appealing, but, you know, at the end of the day, art is you kind of speaking your heart or your soul onto the paper, which is why art is so personal for people, right? You're kind of putting a little bit of your soul into every drawing that you do. So I don't really know what you personally find appealing, but whatever it is, start drawing that as much as you possibly can. And it's all about practice. I have many times where I'm like not happy with whatever it was I drew, but then I know for next time, okay, I wasn't happy with that, time to fix it. I feel like I need to fix something on the art cam. It's a little bit too bright. Yeah, okay, I took down the brightness a little bit. Thank you, Dartist Life. Yes, exactly. It's very subjective. Yes, go for it, Don Lee. That's what we're all here for, is to find things that can help us with practice. All right, I'm gonna click on this and see what it is. Sketch daily reference. Very cool. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Don Lee. I plan to ink it, yes, James. I may change my mind though. If my line art is super clean, I won't. Hello, Anthony. So cool, Kylie. Artichoke cookies. Yeah, that sounds pretty gross, actually. Actually, you know what? I kind of am wondering if I should just go straight to inking her right now, because if she's in pencil and I start going over all of this with a ruler, it's gonna be kind of a mess. So let's start inking. I did not think I would start inking on this stream, but I think it's time, because all I'm doing now is just duplicating work, and I'm making more work for myself. Ink, ink. Okay. You guys are awesome. Thank you. All right, so I have a few different pens that I like to use. I'm gonna get a bunch of them out. And I'm gonna definitely do a pretty strong outline around her. Do I ever use a quill? I have used a quill before, and I absolutely adore the way that it looks when inked with a quill. Except it would take me quite a few years of practice to actually get the hang of it and get it to do what I want. I don't have that kind of time to do that. I spent the years practicing inking doing it with a brush. So I use a Winsor & Newton Series 7, and that's what I stop talking, start inking. Okay, I will stop talking. I am a brush inker. I love the quill. I just didn't start with that, and so I kind of have got to stick to brush inking right now if I'm gonna do anything like that. I just need to test it. Okay, this one is dead. I'll probably brush ink some of the outline because it'll give that really nice thick to thin. All right, I'm gonna use this. It's the extra small Faber-Castell Pitt pen. And I believe this is the one that Campbell uses for his inking, because whenever he posts pictures, he has the Pitt pen. The only reason why I do not use micron pens pretty much ever, and I have a lot of micron pens. I do not use them because their color stay with Copic markers, in my experience, is not good. So I will not use them for that. You know what, Kylie? It has to do with what paper you're using, because I will use Pitt pens on my paper and it stays fine. But if you try Pitt pens or even the Faber-Castell Eco Pigments that are my love and my precious, they will not stick on the Copic Express It paper, but they will on mine. So I guess it really depends what pen you use and what paper you use. Okay, I have a 0.05 in the Eco Pigment, and I'm gonna try it for her eyelashes and eyes. I love how thin the 0.05 pens are, but man, I think that the little nib is just so freaking tiny that it's quite bad at getting out any ink from it. And I have the Copic multi-liner in the same same size, and it's exactly the same issue. But let me get out my multi-liners. Okay, so I have a few multi-liners. I use the SP pens, which are the metal barrel ones, because you can switch out the nibs and you can put in new ink. So that makes them very handy. So I'm just doing little tests over here. So because her face is down, she's facing downward, her top lid is a little straighter and her bottom lid is more rounded because of how we're seeing her eye in this particular position. And then I just really love big thick lashes and lots of eyeliner on the characters I draw. And that's just personal style thing. I just like it when the eyes really pop. Copic Express It probably deliberate has to give Copic multi-liners. Yeah, that's true. Yes. Oh my God, I so am Mr. E. I will go nuts on the makeup. I don't know if you've noticed that on my Lady Death covers, but I go wild on her makeup. It's intense. I mean, I have her with eyeshadow going all the way up to her hairline sometimes. They just really go nuts. Why not, right? You know what, Philip? Lyndon, our 8-year-old, was asking that too. He's like, when are you guys doing another Twitch party? And Dan's first answer was, over the Christmas sketch giveaway thing. And then Lyndon's like, that's such a long time away. I mean, you should do another one. So Lyndon's getting generous with my time now. And it started the conversation over dinner that we should do another one sooner than that. So, Dan and I are talking about it. Oh yeah, DC, if you get this one, the SP pen in the 0.05, then if, these nibs are so tiny that they do get gunky and they can get broken, right? So then just pull it out and you can place in a new one, and it just costs like $2 to replace it. Oh my God, Justin! Long time no see, he lives. Yes. You weren't addicted to a video game this time? So what happened? Sorry guys, I've got to turn it a lot right now. You were addicted to a video game. Awesome. I'm just thickening the lines on the sides of her face a little bit more, mostly so that she, anything where you do a thicker line, it pulls it into the foreground. And her head is, of course, in the foreground from her chest and shoulders, so I want it to pop out a little bit more. Now I'll do the rest without it double lined like that. All right, now I'm gonna make sure that her eyes are aligned. I had a feeling this side was a little bit higher. Okay, sorry. Go. Hey, Sketchy. This ruler is changing my life. I love it so much. This ruler is a Japanese one. Okay, so I got two, and I had to take the packaging and like hide it in all my papers, or Sherlock loves to eat plastic. He loves it. So I don't know. I have a 30 centimeter one, which is this one, but it's all in Japanese. So I have no idea. And then I have a 50 centimeter one. And again, I don't know. Oh, thank you so much, Snow. I haven't read your responses, so I don't know what to say. Changed my life. Could not have come on a better day. Like, I'm actually able to map out the face and know exactly where everything is and if it's in the right place. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Oh, you can... Mr. E, you can read it? Hello, David. Oh my God, I can't even. All right, so I guess you're okay with me saying this. Snow, Snow sent me these rulers, and they are unbelievable. They are so good. Thank you so much, Snow. And as soon as I read all your messages, I'll know if I can blabber. Yeah, mega want. Oh, and then the 50 centimeter one has a grid on it. So again, it's just fantastic for making sure, you know, it's parallel, because I can line it up to the center of the face and then make sure everything is aligned properly. It's, oh, I can go ahead. Oh my God. Okay, so you guys, I got this giant box in the mail from Snow, who sent me these two rulers, and just a fuck ton of amazing supplies. So let me show you. So check this out. Oh my God, thank you so much, Snow. I will send you money to pay for all this. So check this out. Water marker, Winsor and Newton, markers and graphic markers. Check it out. So those two things. And then another set of Winsor and Newton watercolor marker set, some pencils. I know, it's the coolest stuff ever. Drawing pad, tons and tons of pens. I still have to go through and test them all, but just a bunch of pens. So see all these different types of pens, an eraser pen, and then just tons and tons of erasers. Look at all these erasers. Well, these are those little blending thingies. But look at all these erasers. Oh my God. Oh, and these are like little mini eraser holders, but like smaller ones. Oh my God, it's so awesome. And then a real jumbo eraser. And more erasers. And more pens. I could not believe it when I saw the box. I was just like, what? I have never received so many art presents in my life. Oh my God. I love Mono Zero erasers and anything from Tombow, really. So, oh my God, thank you so much, Snow. Changed my life. Oh my God, thank you. It like made me squee all over the house. Oh my goodness, thank you so, so, so much. Oh, I'm gonna try them all. Okay, I'm gonna work on the other eye. I am in art heaven. And so you work on a Shonen Jump. I need to look it up. Manga is not gross, James. It's really, really well done. I think it's kind of harsh to say that. Yes, I really need to, and I will, Kylie. I keep trying to like catch up on my deadlines to do that, and I will, because Marker Universe is counting on me to do that. They sent me some of the graphite markers, and I told them I would do a test run stream, and I'm just like, oh my God, deadlines. Oh. Oh, but it was the gift that keeps on giving, Snow, because I took a picture of it, and like, I don't know, do you follow me on Instagram? Possibly? Yeah, you do. I think that you do, because I want to post the picture. Sherlock had so much fun with the box. So there was a present for me and a present for Sherlock. Marker Universe is formerly the Copic, and it's Imagination International, and they're the guys that they have like, anytime you saw Copic here in the US, like any booths, like they always have a booth at San Diego Comic-Con, that is now called Marker Universe. I grew up on like manga and anime comics. I didn't know how to read actual hiragana and kanji and all of that. I knew how to read romaji, which is like Japanese and with English letters, which is really handy. Because as a kid, I did speak Japanese, so I could read them like that. But any of the ones that were actually done in Japanese writing, I couldn't read them, but I would flip through and look at all the art. Snow, you're amazing. Thank you so, so, so much. I honestly can't even. Oh, thank you so much. The box was just fine. It was packaged so nicely. You did great. I loved it. And was that your handwriting on the envelope on the outside? If so, you have really awesome handwriting. Wow. Yeah, you have really good handwriting. Oh, I'm gonna stream until 6 tries. Well, it was the 6th time is the charm then. It was really pretty. I was like, wow, I can't write my name that good. I'm gonna stream until 8 my time. So right now it's 7:23 for me, Philip. Just to help you know what time it is for you in reference. Oh my God, I'm making no sense. I am way too hopped up on Dayquil. Oh my God, I didn't see the message. I need to go get the box. Ah, I'm so sorry, Snow. I'll read it. Oh my God, I'm such a fail. It was all taped together so good, I didn't realize that it was like an envelope to open. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I still have the box though, and Sherlock hasn't eaten that part. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Sherlock already read it. Yeah, it would be bad if Sherlock already ate it. Oh, I will, James. Right? No, Dan put it away. Like we literally have, we all have our limits with how much Sherlock can mess up the house. And Dan's limits are a little less than mine. My handwriting is bad. It was a mechanic. You got your hand got rolled over? Oh my God. Marvin God YouTuber. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, I'm so sorry, James. All right. The face is the part that takes the longest because I really don't want to screw it up. Not like I'm trying to screw up anything else, but you know. It was great talking with you too, Brian. Thank you so much for stopping in. And I have a reminder right here to send you the template. Yeah, cats can actually, like, their bills can really add up. I hear you there, James. Yes, I got the mono pencils. I just didn't get that it was a letter in there, and I'm such a failure. I am so embarrassed and so sorry, Snow. You gave me a taste of my own medicine, though, because I really like to aggressively tape shit up, and so do you. You like the tape. Me too. And I was like, okay, yeah, I may even tape up more than you do, but it's a whole thing to get to unpackage what you package, Snow. Oh, that's hilarious, Justin. Anthony. Have a good one. So, JP Roth and I were discussing Divinica today and just chilling out on the phone. And she sent me a link to a website that's all about British short hairs. And so I've got some fun reading ahead of me because I'm going to study a little bit more about Sherlock. I mean, I will always look up British short hair cats if I have a question about something, but this website is literally like the British short hair encyclopedia. So I'm gonna be like such a pro on British short hairs pretty soon. Just wait. Oh wow. Go to bed, DC. Take care of yourself. You need to get sleep. Sorry, we're keeping you up. I haven't weighed Sherlock this week. I was gonna take him in today for a weighing, but I called the vet and changed the appointment just because I don't want to get them sick. So I told them I've got a nasty cold and I don't want to subject them to me at the moment. Lies. What is lies? That I'm sick? You're a night person, yeah. I am too. I've slowly had to learn to be a little bit more of a morning person. If I want to see Dan at all, I need to get up early. Oh, Anthony said gain 2 pounds. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna brush line her legs. So I'm gonna just finish all the pen work this time. Yeah, see, that's how it would be. Dan gets home at around 5:30. and he gets up at 5:15. So I have trained myself to get up when he does. Hi, Callie Kid. Oh, good night, Anthony. Oh my God, Snow, that's not enough sleep. It's really cold here too, Kylie. I'm in like my winter around the house clothes. Like I am in a giant sweater because it's freezing today. I'm sure like my inner temperature is all thrown off as well, but still. Mr. O. Blade, thank you so much for the follow. Thanks, Mr. E. It's 11 over here, Snow. At least it was last time I looked at the temperature outside. Oh, okay, Kylie. I do not feel sorry for you. 20 to 25? It's 11 here, and it's summertime. Okay. It's like 13. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, Calgary's usually warmer, and it's going to warm up starting tomorrow. We've just been having a lot of rain lately. Good night, DC. I'm glad you're going to sleep. Oh my God, Philip, it must be so hot. You just might, Kylie. something? I missed the last bit of your name. Thank you so much for the follow. And Tony. I love that. Thank you so much for the follow. And sorry, everyone, I am kind of losing my voice at the moment. I don't usually have vocal issues, but I am today. I like the way you talk, Snow. Oh, hello, JD Detox. Thank you. I'm doing well. I just have a bit of a cold flu situation. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we don't get nearly as much snow as you guys do over there. Snow. The East Coast and all over there gets so much more. For us, we get a decent amount of snow, but what it is it just kind of blows around like dust and then goes away. Lead car, thank you for the follow. Nice, that's awesome, Kylie. Hey Mark, welcome back. Yep, I'm on for another 10 minutes and then I've got to run, and I really have to run today because usually I do a little bit of pre-dinner prep before the live stream. I did not today. I completely forgot about dinner. So, I've got a whole ass in a massive way to have dinner ready by the time Dan and Lyndon get home. No, it's baked pork loin. Fancy, hardly. Yeah, I probably should, Philip. You're right. Thank you, Kylie. What's a Reuben sandwich? Thank you for the host, Keeman. Smoked meat sandwich. Okay. Heaven on bread. So I've switched to a 0.3. And I'm just filling this in. It's just a thicker pen. Well, thank you, Keeman. Good night, Mitch. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay, here's a question. Why is it called corned beef? I've never gotten that. All right, I'm gonna take funny mystery. Oh, okay, I've seen those before. That's what you're eating, mystery? Nice. Jeremy Worst, thank you for the follow. All right, I have 1 minute. Rock salt, corn salt. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thank you, Pandora. It's time. I know, and I want to keep going. Well, maybe I'll do another sneak attack or something like that. We'll see. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Thank you for bearing with me and my cold. And I'll show you guys one more time. This is actually what I am working on. So this is the sketch, and some of the final lines are in, but you can usually see it a little better here. Anyway, it's been so much fun to hang out with you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you all on the next stream. I don't have enough time to raid tonight, but I'll just leave you guys with lots of love and lots of thanks for you hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you Friday or Saturday, or both. I'll keep in touch. Mwah! Love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.